Hey, how's it going, everyone? We are back once again on the final whistle, and today I'm going to be talking about Liverpool because it sounds like there's going to be quite a bit of players being offloaded from Liverpool in the next coming weeks. And this is quite interesting for me because some of these names are bigger names or upcoming players that I really like and really am interested for other teams. But, guys, before we jump into this, hit that sub button, hit that like button, really means a lot to me, and it's been a great progression on the channel. But let's keep it up, guys, and let's jump straight into things and talk about their first outgoing that looks like it's going to happen. Guys, Liverpool talked here from the Liverpool Echo. I'm getting this from. I'm not sure how reliable of a source Liverpool Echo is, but that is where I found this from. They are told to be selling, could go out and sell the likes of center back Nathaniel Phillips, who's 24 years of age, Welsh winger Harry Wilson, 24 years of age, Belgian forward, who we all know, Divock Origi, corner taken quickly, who's 26, Wales fullback in Neco Williams, who is very young at the age of 20, and Switzerland attacking midfielder Xherdan Shaqiri, who is still only 29 but feels like he has been around forever. Like I said, guys, it's from the Liverpool Echo. I'm not sure how reliable the Liverpool Echo really is, but I think this is all very interesting because I do see this as being true. And it is being said that they're looking to raise around 60 to 70 million euros, which I think they need to raise because they got to keep up with the likes of Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, even Leicester, who look unbelievable how they are upgrading their depth in their club. But guys, I just want to highlight each of these players and what I think about each of these guys leaving. Nathaniel Phillips, for me, guys, when he stepped into the Liverpool side, I was amazed. Everyone said when United had to play them that United should press Nathaniel Phillips. They were saying he's not as good as these other center backs. Yes, he's obviously not as good as Joe Gomez or Virgil van Dijk, but Nathaniel Phillips, when he stepped in for Liverpool, was unbelievable for me. I think he was fantastic. 6'2" center back, right-footed center back. Played 17 matches for them this year, which was unbelievable for a guy who no one thought would ever touch the field for Liverpool this year. Playing 1,456 minutes and also getting 3 games in the Champions League, having a goal and an assist in the Premier League. But guys, I want to quickly go through some of his defensive stats. For me, this is unbelievable. If you watched anything of Liverpool with Nathaniel Phillips in the starting lineup, he was a beast in the air. You look at the likes of Virgil van Dijk, you look at Vestergaard at Southampton. These guys are man monsters in the box, are winning that ball. Look at Nathaniel Phillips. In the air or clearing the ball, he is phenomenal. Like I said, I use FB Ref for stats because I think that's a phenomenal site. And against, they're comparing him to all other center backs. He had 6.05 aerial wins per or aerial duel wins per game, and that puts him in the 99th percentile out of all center backs. That is phenomenal, guys. As a 6'2.5" center back has that kind of stats. Clearances 8.81 per game. Unbelievable for a guy who no one expected anything from. And that puts him, yes, in the 99th percentile. And that is a 24-year-old center back who no one expected anything from. And also, I want to put out his other big stats for me here, guys. Interceptions in the 88th percentile, 1.93 per game. Pressures 11.73, 84th percentile. Those are phenomenal stats for a guy who I would have never expected to come out of anywhere. Maybe Liverpool people in the academy thought maybe he could be something. But I hope he gets a move away because he deserves to play for a Premier League club, and I think he's good enough to be starting at a mid-table or relegation side. I'd love to see a Norwich go out and pick him up. I think that'd be a fantastic signing, picking up a young center back, picking up a young player, which Norwich are doing, and they are having great business. And I think Phillips would be a great player for them, guys. Sorry if my voice is a bit hoarse. I just had a game, and I want to make a video for you guys. I want to talk about the next player here, Harry Wilson. Born on my birthday, actually March 22nd. I think he's a fantastic player. I loved watching him to the likes of Bournemouth. His free kicks are out of this world. People talk about Messi, they talk about Ronaldo, they talk about anyone really who is up there in free kicks. Harry Wilson's free kicks are something. If you haven't seen him, go watch a video on YouTube about him. Go watch after this video, obviously. But look at his championship stats this year, guys. Playing 37 matches. We know the championship is one of the rougher leagues in the world, really. A lot of it's physically demanding, and he was phenomenal, having 37 matches played, 2,811 minutes, scoring 7 goals and 11 assists. That is fantastic for a young player in a very physical, demanding league and a rough league. Obviously, left-footer, guys. I think he is a great player, and any team who can pick him up would be fantastic to play off the wing. I think he's a great shout for top club as a backup winger or even a mid-table side to bring in as a starter because I think he'd be fantastic to bring someone up the table and help create goals and score goals himself and set pieces. Unbelievable putting him in the net for Harry Wilson. But guys, I want to talk about Divock Origi, the 6'1" striker from Belgium and Liverpool. Still only 26 years of age. He feels like he's been around for quite a bit. Since that famous goal, Klopp still has a thing for him. He still played him a little bit. 4 games in the Champions League, 9 games in the Premier League. But 9 games may sound not much. It isn't much at all. Think of games being 90 minutes, 2 games. You've played full 180. Divock Origi played 9 games in the league, having 186 minutes. That is low. If he's your backup striker, you need to get him more games. You need more appearances off the bench. And obviously, Liverpool fans don't rate him. Liverpool doesn't rate him, and I don't blame them. I don't rate Divock Origi at all. I think he needs to move away if he wants to get anywhere. One stat that really pops out to me in Divock Origi, none of his attacking stats pop out to me at all. But if you look at defensive stats, he has 1.75 tackles per game. Yes, this is comparing him to strikers, but that puts him in the 99th percentile. I like looking at stats, guys. I think it means a little bit. And that is shows you he's a pressing forward. He's a big guy, physical. He can hold up the ball, and he's very good in that sense. But he doesn't put the ball in the back of the net, and he doesn't play much at all. And he needs to go find first team football. I think a place for that would be Germany for me if I would transfer him out. I think a German club should be looking at Divock Origi because I think he'd fit the style of football in the Bundesliga. But guys, I want to talk about my last one. I'm not going to talk about Neco Williams because I think he's still got stuff to prove for me. But I want to talk about Xherdan Shaqiri before I wrap up the video, guys. Everyone is saying he's going to be shipped out and they're going to bring in Jarrod Bowen. For me, that makes no sense. I think Shaqiri just doesn't play enough games. I think he's still phenomenal. You look at Shaqiri's stats. He's only playing 14 games, but still has 550 minutes, having 2 assists, still playing 5 games in the Champions League. And if you look at his stats, he is high up there comparing him to other forwards. They compare him to other midfielders, which I find very interesting because for me, he is an attacking player. If you look at his stats, assists, 0.25 per game, putting him in the 96th percentile for midfielders. Shots, 1.51, 86th percentile. But if you look at extra chances and shot creations, 98th and 99th percentile. Like, Shaqiri is still 29, guys. He still has a lot to prove. Seen him at the Euros. He's fantastic. 29-year-old, turning 30 in October. I'd say you keep him, but it looks like he is going to be shipped out to create some money. And I'm not surprised because I think it's time for him to move on and get some first-team football because he deserves it because he is still a fantastic starter for me. But guys, it's been my video on Liverpool and their big summer ahead of outgoings. It'll be very interesting to see who they bring in if they sell all these players or if they just keep it all for next year for some frees who are available. But guys, that's my video on Nathaniel Phillips, Neco Williams, Xherdan Shaqiri, Harry Wilson, and Divock Origi. But guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below of all these transfers and if you think that will happen and what do you guys think, Liverpool fans. Let me know in the comments and I'll be back for another one very soon. Peace, guys.